it was way cloudier than this. Right now, look at this. This is just stunning. Hi guys, I'm finally going for my final, hopefully my final solo navigation flight. Going to fly across over the Lammermuirs to Lempitlaw and then back via Holy Isle. With any luck, we'll have, the clouds won't be a problem, but let's see how we get on. Come and join me. Golf Tango Mike taking off 1-1, departing south. Right. Okay, our first heading is going to be 177. I'm just keeping a track on where I am on the map relative to everything else, looking out for landmarks. So we're just over the halfway mark. We've got a great big load of windmills over there. Now, in theory, they should be on my left, so I'm going to adjust a little bit because possibly we've gone slightly off track whilst we're dealing with the turbulence. So 14 and 8 is 22. We're at 16 minutes, so we've done 8. We might be slightly behind time. Golf Tango Mike changing frequency 135475. Well, that great big bank of cloud that was out over there that we've passed over is now completely broken, and looking further to the south and looking to the east, there's nothing giving me any concern. So now my primary concern is just making sure the navigation holds true. Just coming on for 20 minutes, so it should be 12 minutes elapsed. So sometime within the next 2 or 3 minutes we're looking for Lauder. So that's definitely Lauder, so we'll head over there. We'll head over to Lauder, and that way when we start the next track we'll know exactly what the timing is. And we'll have a much better idea of when we should be looking for the airfield. So from Lauder we've got a 15-minute leg. And we're bang on 23 minutes, so 15. So bang on 30 is about half, just over 30 is halfway. So that's us on our heading now. Very little in the way of cloud. So we're on track for Lempitlaw at the moment. It is absolutely glorious. We're just chunking along at 75 miles an hour. We're about 4,500 feet. We were up high to get over the clouds. And it's just gorgeous up here. So just keeping a good eye around. Up here it's pretty smooth, there's not much turbulence at all. We're into a slight headwind, so our ground speed's a bit slower than we're travelling. It's about 10 mile an hour slower. So this is when you're doing training, they often say that actually a lot of flying is just straight and level. And actually now I realise a lot of flying is straight and level because we've just done 2 straight legs. But yeah. Going places, that's what I want to go. I want to go to fly to different airfields when I've got my licence. So I'm just thoroughly enjoying this. So we are, we're about 4 minutes along, so we're approaching, a couple of minutes away from the halfway mark. Just keeping an eye on that heading. Anyway, hopefully speak to you again when we get back on the ground at Lempitlaw. Lempitlaw traffic, Golf Tango Mike. It's about 5 miles north of the airfield, inbound, 2,000 feet.
made it safely to Lempitlaw. It's a fantastic grass strip. There's a caravan here, so you sign in, get a wee chalky bicky for your donation, and it's a beautiful long grass strip. See it behind me there maybe. The wind wasn't too bad. Was you around? See the windsock maybe? I can't actually see if you can see it. But yeah, the wind wasn't too bad, but now it's a lovely blue sky, and there's a fair amount of turbulence. So when I climb out of here, I'm going to be trying to climb and get some height and get away from that thermal turbulence fairly quickly. So the next destination, not to land, but to fly over, is Holy Isle. So fingers crossed, that should be a nice flight. Let's see how we get on.
We are looking for heading 077. So almost in a straight line to where we are now, but we'll see. Lempitlaw traffic, Golf Charlie Echo Tango Mike, taking off 04, departing to the east. Okay, so we're now on our way to Holy Isle. Been in the air for just over 7 minutes. We're just over the halfway mark, or actually we're just slightly under it. Visibility is fantastic, so I don't actually, I'm doing it properly. I'm checking the compass bearing and so on, but we're flying directly into wind, so our ground speed's pretty slow. Indicated airspeed 75. GPS is working out, our ground speed is 56, so fairly strong wind. Now that we're up above just over 3,500 feet, we've climbed out of the worst of the turbulence that we had down low, and we've got Holy Isle bang on the nose. So we'll go fly around that, and then we'll pick up our bearing and we'll fly back home. There's the causeway down there that you can drive across. Remember driving across there with my wife on the back of the motorbike, and it's sandy and it's slippery and it's not much fun, and of course all the time you're thinking, oh crap, salt water and motorbikes do not go well together. But it's a lovely wee island to visit. If you're up in the area, I strongly suggest you do make the effort to go and see it. Just watch the tide. So here we have Holy Island. Didn't realise there was some farms on it, but decent sized car park, and then a wander around the houses and around the bay. It's lovely. On a warm summer's day, this is a lovely place to visit, although it can be quite busy obviously. What a view. It's a little bit into sun, it's not ideal, but what a view. So our final heading home is heading 308. So we'll just spin ourselves round, and once we're on it we'll get note of the time. I've now completed that final land away from the airfield, which once I complete this flight basically gets me completely up to date in the syllabus with everything completed except the GST. So the next flight will hopefully, weather permitting, be the GST. We'll see how that goes, but I'm looking forward to it. So we'll catch you up later. So if you saw some of my earlier navigation videos when I was doing the dual nav and then my first solo nav, and then the one where I had to turn around, it was way cloudier than this. Right now, look at this. This is just stunning. So you can see why you do need to be able to navigate by a compass and stopwatch. Where with this, in this instance, I'm basically able to set the heading, see about 20, 30, 40 miles ahead. I really honestly don't know. I can see what the aircraft's pointing to. I can double check on the map and go, yep, that's it, so just point towards that. And then you hardly need to worry about looking at the map. What I do notice is there's a slight right to left drift, so I'm just compensating for that. I do like how the train line sneaks across and comes right across the river in the middle of the town. I think on a nice cool day, maybe a little bit later in the year, I'm very tempted to go and fly the River Tweed, join it further up and then just follow it the curves all the way down, but you know, not at dangerously low levels, but you know, a safe altitude, but a low altitude. That'll be a nice challenge because that's a nice wavering path to follow. Plus, you know, who needs an excuse? It's pretty. So at the halfway mark, we should be roughly abeam, as they might say. I don't know if it even applies to flying, but that's Eyemouth just down there on the coast, and then St Abb's Head just beyond it. So we should be kind of in between the two, and basically they should be right off my right wing. So I'm going to call it 15 minutes to get back from here, which will take us to 58 on the clock. So over there's the Torness power station. It's got a no-fly zone above it up to 2,100 feet. We are well outside that exclusion zone, and we're well higher than that as well, so no worries there. East Fortune traffic, Golf Charlie Echo Tango Mike is 5 miles to the southeast, 2,500 feet inbound. Golf Tango Mike descending dead side 11.
So that went very well. I was pleased with that. It worked out really well. Very smooth flying up top, bit bumpy down low, and as you can maybe tell, the winds got up by the time it got back here, so the priority was to get the aircraft back in the hangar and out of potential harm's way. So that exercise is now complete, and that's me completely up to speed with everything I need to do. The only thing that's remaining is the general skills test. So I'm looking forward to, and honestly partly dreading that, but let's see how we get on with that. Fingers crossed next time I speak to you, I might be a licensed pilot, who knows. See you on the next one. Cheers.